Peace to all my kings and queens out there. It's your boy Rel. We all know the struggle be so real out here. However, you do need to be realer than your struggle. So, stay tuned. I have some lessons for you. So let's get it. Hello. Happy Wednesday morning. 500 subs is the movement. If you are new to this channel, make sure you check out my other videos. After that, like, subscribe, and share to your community. Let me know what you think about my questions of the day. Check out my poetry reels, and just check out what I'm talking about. It's a good channel. It's a well-needed channel for those who are trying to be motivated, inspired, and trying to... Are you subscribed yet? It's free. Why aren't you subscribed yet? Come on now. 2 seconds. Hit that button. It's free. What are you waiting on? Like, comment, and subscribe. Easy. Back to the video. Move through this rocky thing we call life. Now, without further ado, let's get to it. Today's concept or conversation. You guys got to pardon me. My voice is like toast right now. But today's topic is going to be, like I've been wanting to talk about for the longest now, Enforcing Legacies Part 5. Enforcing Legacies Part 5. Now, I've done these, and what happens is I feel like I just been saying a lot of things that honestly don't apply to me. And not necessarily that I can't still talk about it, but where I don't have like true experience with. So before in my videos, in my Enforcing Legacy series, I'd be talking about parenting. Now, I don't think that's a bad thing to talk about. Granted, I'm not a full-fledged parent, but I do feel like I have at least a little bit of game to have those conversations. Now, gotta pardon me, my coworker's pulling up right now. Just checking. What are you doing? He's in a truck, so I'm looking up. Anyway, so today I just kind of want to talk about more so my role in my legacy. Again, my role in my legacy. So, who is Terrell Marshall? Well, first and foremost, I am a grown-ass black man. So, with me being a grown-ass black man, there's a very key thing that comes with that. So, I'm not going to necessarily talk like a white person, a Mexican person, or a Hispanic person, whatever, or a Chinese, Japanese person, a Native American person. I have my own culture that I'm a part of. Now, I have to say these things right off the rip, because if I don't say them, then it gets misconstrued about how I operate as all the titles I'm about to give you. So with me being a black man in America and being, a minority, it's more so I have to move a certain way, and I have to move differently, and I have to think differently, and I have to talk differently, and I have to have a different perspective of life. And that's why I do these videos, because my perspective is always going to be highly unique, because I'm thinking, first of all, I'm thinking I was raised by women. Let me just put that into your brain. Not mostly by men. I was raised by mostly women. I have a shit ton of, well, most of them have died, but I have a shit ton of aunties. Now, my uncles, I do have uncles, but they're all on my dad's side of the family. My dad, his family, they live, in the Midwest and, back east and all that. So I don't see them very often. I'm over here in Arizona, Southwest. So I don't get to see them. But I as I grew up, I naturally gravitated toward other black men, whether it be in my community, my peers. I was a frequent head of hip hop. I listened to a lot of different ones that were of leadership positions and everything, and that had good concepts and ideas and everything. So that changes a lot of who I am as a person and how I operate. I I I would never say that I'm the most smartest person in the room. Um, but I'm always trying to be in the room with the smartest person. Now, just because I'm saying I'm not not the smartest person in the room, don't mean I'm not smart at all. So now, just a little bit of a background about me. I have two brothers. I am the oldest. I have a brother that I came up with, and then I have another brother that came, after, by my dad's relationships. With that being said, I'm very, very dedicated to my brotherhood. I'm the oldest. So, as an older brother, I don't like bullshit happening on my clock. So what that means is I care for my brothers deeply. I try to guide them as best as I can. I try to be there for them the best I can. I think between my two brothers, I'm very well respected. Now, my two brothers, as crazy as it sounds, they're already fathers. I'm not. I'm just a stepfather. So, with that being said, I really, really love my nieces, and I just had a nephew last year. So I love my nephew because he's my only nephew in the sense of bloodline. Now, I have other nephews, but they're through my wife and they're older. Now, the other thing I'll tell you, with all of that being said, I'm a son, obviously. My dad, he hasn't really been in my life. I've had my mixed feelings about him, but at the end of the day, I respect him. Because recently he got out of prison. I ain't gonna say recently, but like in the last, decade or so. Let's just say this past decade, he's been out of prison. He's doing well for himself, at least as far as I know. He is well as in the sense he's not in the streets like he was anymore. I have my mom. I almost lost my mom a decade ago to a rare disease where it gave her kidney failure, but she's still here. I've cared for my parents. Now, with me saying all of that, I will tell you a few things. Excuse me, my voice is really, really bad. That's why I'm drinking something. Um, with my parents, my parents being old school, I respect what they've been through. I respect what they've taught me, but I do understand that there's only so much they could teach me. So I'm under the impression that my parents are not my guiders to my future. I have to guide myself to my future. They're a very good connection to my present and past, but that's it. Um, I definitely love my mom. It's just me down. Obviously, with my younger brother, he's not really necessarily connected to my mom. He has his own mother. Um, but I'm the closest thing to my mom right now. Me and my wife. My brother's out of state. My middle brother is out of state with his family, so he doesn't see my mom often. So with that being said, I really have to take care of my mom. I have to look out for her. Now, I will tell you that with that, like I said, all that being said, I respect my parents and stuff, but I'm not too gonna say I totally agree with everything that my mom or my dad do. Not at all. But I'm there for them, and the respect is there. I never was the type to disrespect my parents. I don't cuss at them. I might cuss around them or might say things, to express myself like cussing and stuff, but I never cuss at my parents because I was raised through the whole old school thing. Like a cuss word come out of my mouth, I'm feeling like my mom's gonna take my whole face off. I mean, even my dad. Um, I am a husband now. I am in an interracial relationship. What that means said, with me being in an excuse me, my voice is really bad. Interracial relationship with a Hispanic girl or a woman, um, that changes, probably the perception of all the stuff I said earlier. It doesn't, because most people was like, oh well, what about that, culture thing that you just said? Is like, I'm still connected to my culture. I'm just connected to another one. But at the end of the day, I know where I came from and I know where I'm going with my culture. Don't get it confused. Now, my wife, she's 10 years old. Excuse me. God dang it, my voice. She's 10 years older than me. So with that comes, the older mindset. She feels like she can tell me certain things, and it's like, you can't. I'm sorry, you can't. You have your kids. She has older kids, making me a grandfather. But it's like, you have your kids that you can navigate, but you can't navigate me. Not in that sense. Now, there's other things that I'm willing to submit to, but there's other things that I'm just not going to allow. So I'm giving you all my titles, and I guess I'll give you, was it the last one? I'm a grandparent. Now, with me being a grandparent, that's the closest thing I could become as a father as of right now. So I love my grandkids, and I cherish them. I have 6 grandkids. The youngest one is 2. He'll be 3 this year. And the oldest, I believe, is 18, be 19 this year. Around the same time as the little one. And then all the ones in between are like tweens, basically 10, 13. So when I say all of this stuff about enforcing legacies, I'm really about that. Because I have a small, I have a very defining legacy. My legacy is through my niece's nephew and my grandkids. Now, with that being said, it's just things that I know I couldn't allow, that I couldn't tolerate, that I won't tolerate. things that I stand on and that I'm not going to stand for. So, hold on a second. I guess it's just, because I got about 9 minutes before I got to get back in. So, I'm saying all of this stuff for a reason. Because this gives me a very unique complexity about how I handle situations and then how I see situations. So if you go back and watch some of my other videos about enforcing legacies, I truly, truly, truly believe in the nature of family. So when I see disrespect coming from kids to their parents, it hurts me. Because it's like, I can't do that. I can't disrespect my family. I can't disrespect my mom. I can't disrespect my dad. Because my wife, she don't even have her mom. She lost her mom around the time my mom got sick. And she has her dad for now, but he's up there in age. And I have my mom now, but, this shit don't go forever. I have my brothers, but I nearly lost both of them in their own ways. I'll just use drugs as one, and a bullet or a couple bullets for the other. I'm here by the grace of God. So there's just things that I know by me being here, it creates a narrative. I just can't disrespect and shit on my family. But I can't let them shit on me either. Things I will never do is disrespect my mom. I'll never disrespect my wife. I mean, I try not to. I never put my hands on my wife. And I don't do the disrespect upon kids to their parents. And I mean that from the grandkids talking to their kids, my stepkids, and how they talk to their grandmother, my nieces, my nephew. I can't do the disrespect. And I can't do the disrespect of parents talking down to their kids either. It hurts me. So with that being said, I just feel like there's got to be a better community upon our family and how we go about dressing things. Parents, talk to your kids with respect. Kids, talk to your parents with respect. Have sit-down moments. Talk. Get to know the state of mind of your kids. Let kids get to know the state of mind of your parents. What are they going through? I fucking care about my family. So with that being said, and I'm going to kind of cut it from here, but enforcing legacies is a round table of some sort. Everybody has to pitch in. Everybody has to eat. But also everybody has to serve and be able to get up and wash the dishes as well. But that's all I have. The journey to 500 subs is the movement. God damn my voice. I'm sorry. And I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace.